Hello, Alucard Zane here again, coming at you with another deck profile, this time of my Ghostricks. I've been building this deck for quite a long time, and I just finished it not too long ago. And yeah, it's still a fun deck. I love it because it's trolly and um, I mean it's a nice fun deck. Probably won't play this deck again like at locals or something like that, or at tournaments because But yeah, it's nice to use. Anyway, let's go straight into the deck profile. First of all, we're running 3 Lantern. Yeah, just a good card. That You can special summon him in face down defense. When your opponent declares a direct attack or declares an attack against a Ghostrick monster you control. People forget the second part where you can it negates an attack to your Ghostrick monster. So people seem to forget that. So that's why Lantern is good. And then remaining this 3 Searcher of the deck, 3 Jiangshi. Yeah, he is the Searcher of the deck. When he's flipped face up, you can search your deck for a Ghostrick monster equal to the level of the Ghostrick monsters on your side of the field. So yeah, what you usually do is like set Jiangshi, then your opponent attacks into him. This is your only Ghostrick monster. You flip him up, and you either search out like level 1, like a Jack Frost or a Lantern or any level 1 Ghostrick monster. So yeah, Jiangshi is good for that fact. Next up, remaining 3 Jack Frost. When opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon Jack Frost in face down defense and target the attacking monster and flip it to face down defense too. So you'll see why I main Jack Frost in this deck later on. So yeah. Next up, we're remaining decking 2 Skeleton. Now what he does is when he's flipped face up, you can banish the top card of your opponent's deck equal to the number of Ghostrick monsters on your side of the field. And they have to banish them face down. So Skeleton is useful in that fact. Thus, he's another win condition for the deck. So yeah. Next up, we're main decking 2 Nikomusme. She's so cute. What she does is, when a level 4 or higher monster is normal or special summon, change that monster to face down defense position. So yeah, she's useful to get a lock, and she doesn't target. People seem to forget that she doesn't target. So whenever a level 4 or higher monster is normal or special summoned, too bad she doesn't work against Xyz monsters, but it doesn't let. But then again, Nikomusme doesn't let your opponents go into their extra deck pretty much, as long as you get like a lockdown, because she can only get that effect when you control another Ghostrick monster on the field. So it's like, I mean, yeah, she's useful, very useful. Remain decking 2 Spectre. The draw engine of the deck. You can special summon him in face down defense, and if you do, draw a card. I like him at 2. I think 3 is too cloggy. But yeah. Next up, we're main decking 2 Mary. What she does is when you take battle damage from a direct attack, you can discard her to special summon a Ghostrick monster face down from your deck. So usually you want to go into like special summon a Jiangshi from your deck if you don't have him set, if you don't have him in your field or in your hand. So yeah, she's good for that fact. Next up, we're main decking one Mummy. He lets you get an extra normal summon of a Ghostrick monster. And then we're main decking Stein. I might take him out since I'm running Angel, but I don't know what else to put in for him. Stein, when he inflicts battle damage, you can add one Ghostrick spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. The fact that you have to inflict battle damage to your opponent, Angel is a lot better in that regard. But yeah, another reason why I run Stein, rank 3 plays. So that's the monster lineup. The spells are remain decking 3 Ghostrick Mansion. Such a good card for this deck. Monsters cannot attack face down defense position monsters, but can attack directly if all monsters their opponent controls are face down defense position. Then all effect damage and battle damage inflicted by monsters other than Ghostrick monsters is halved. It's such a good field spell for this deck. I don't run the other field spells. We're also main decking 3 Swords of Concealing Light, because we want our opponent's monsters in face down defense. To help speed the deck up, we're running 2 Pot of Duality, because we don't special summon that much in the deck. We only special summon, most of the time we special summon on our opponent's turn. So plus Pot of Duality allows us to dig deep into our deck. Main decking 2 MSTs because we hate back row. And running one other running Allure of Darkness and 1 Book of Moon. That's the spell lineup. The traps. We are running 3 Ghostrick Vanish. Vanish is such a good card. Yeah, reveal 1 Ghostrick monster in your hand. This turn, Ghostrick cards you control and face down defense position monsters you control cannot be targeted by or be destroyed by card effects. So it's such a good card. Even useful against Lightsworn players if they have out Judgment Dragon and they pay 1,000. Your Ghostrick stuff stays on field when you activate this card. So yeah, your Ghostrick stuff stays on field. So, but all their stuff goes. So that's like a minus for them. We're main decking 2 Ghostrick Scare. I would main 3, but I don't like it at 3. What Scare does is target any number of face-down defense position monsters you control, change them to face-up defense, count the number of Ghostrick monsters among them, and if you do, change up to that many face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense. So yeah, it's a good card. It helps you set off your Ghostrick monsters effects like Jiangshi and all of them. And Skeleton. And then we're main taking Ghostrick Knight, 2 of. Ghostrick Knight, this is another reason why I run Ghostrick Nikomusume. What Knight does, while a Ghostrick monster is on the field, your opponent cannot flip summon. So that's the lock right there. And when this card is in your possession, is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, your opponent cannot declare attacks for the rest of the turn. So even if they destroy it, by any means necessary, they can't attack. Plus, it's still a good card to the deck. Ghostrick Rick is a 1 of. Let's see. One face-up Ghostrick monster you control and no other cards is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect and sends to the graveyard. Target 2 Ghostrick monsters in the graveyard with different names from the destroyed monster. Special summon them in the face down defense. So yeah, break is good at 1. I don't like it at like 2 or 3. Break is good at 1. Then we remain decking 1 Ghostrick go round. Once per turn during the battle phase, you can activate one of these effects. Normally, you want to do the first bullet, the first effect. Target 1 Ghostrick monster you control. Change that target to face down defense position. No, usually you want to do the second effect. Sorry. But the first, and if you do change 1 face down defense position monster your opponent controls to face up attack. The second effect that you usually want to go for when you have this card out is target 1 face down defense position monster you control. Change that target to face up attack. And if it is a Ghostrick monster, change 1 face up monster your opponent controls to face down defense. So, yeah, go around is good. That's the main deck. The extra deck is as follows. 2 Slacker Magician. I never really go into her that much. But I usually go into Ghostrick Dollhand, and he's a 3 of. What he does is he gains 200 attack for each Ghostrick card you control. This includes the face-up spells and traps you have. Face-up spells and face-up Ghostrick spell and trap cards. So, once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 Exceeds material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster on the field, have its attack until the end phase. So yeah, he's Dollhand is pretty good. Next we're running 3 out of the card because he is boss. Out of the card is boss. Another rank 3 we're running is Acid Golem because we hate Mass Tear or Dark Law, and we need a way to get over Dark Law. And now here's Angel, the searcher of the deck, pretty much. You can overlay her. You can also exceed summon this card by using a Ghostrick Exceeds monster you control as the Exceeds material, except Angel of Mischief herself. And what she does is, once per turn, you can detach 1 Exceeds material from this card, add 1 Ghostrick spell trap card from your deck to your hand. So, she is better than Stein, because she doesn't have to inflict battle damage. Also, what she does, once per turn, you can attach 1 Ghostrick card from your hand to this card as an Exceeds material, because she has a win condition of when the number of Exceeds materials on this card becomes 10, you automatically win the duel. So it's like so she's pretty much like Exodia in a way, but you have to keep attaching Ghostrick cards from your hand to her. Is it hand or? Yeah, from your hand, yeah. So yeah, Angel is really good. She is the searcher and another win condition of the deck. But I usually use her for her search effect. I don't use her for the win condition. Other than that, that is the deck. That is my Ghostrick deck for the July 15th ban list until we get the new ban list here soon. So yeah, hopefully you like this deck. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more. Other than that, talk to you later. Peace.